Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. I hope you are having a fantastic day. Not clickbait here. I'm going to explain why this windshield was $22,000 and just a little bit of insight into my day-to-day, my month-to-month in the last 19 years in the car business. Before I begin though, if this is the first time that you're viewing the channel, I love doing things like this. I love doing something a little bit different, and as I evolve on YouTube with this career, it's just exciting to sit here and try to think every single day, what can I YouTube about, what can I vlog about, what can I entertain you guys about. So as you know, my big goal is to start doing this stuff daily, which I got to find time to do that, number one. And number two, I got to think of content. And number three, I do everything on my own. I sell all these cars for the dealership. I do all my own editing. I do all my video shoots. I do all my own stunts, everything. So it's always fun thinking stuff up. And I literally have all of these right here. I don't know if you can see those. I kind of don't want to show them all, but I do have all of those wrote down right now for video ideas. So if this is the first time that you're watching the channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button, turn your bell notification on, throw a big old fat thumbs up, and then also don't forget to support the channel by using the Amazon link, which is down in the description, and get yourself some Chevy Dude swag. So I got in the car business January 14th, 2000, and one of the quick things that I learned about this business is you live and die by the month. So you can have a great month or you can have a bad month. So one of the things that my pay plan works here is based off of selling as many units as possible. So that's why I always want to be selling 40, 50, 60 units per month, because if I don't, then it's not the income level that I want for myself and for my family. So yesterday, my daughter came in and we had to replace her windshield. So basically what happened on that, you're gonna see that here in a second, is she was driving Saturday night and something hit it. She doesn't know what it is. She called me almost immediately and I said, did you do anything deliberately to do it? She goes, no. And I asked her a couple other questions, like, were you on the interstate? Were you around a bunch of people? Did you go under an underpass? You know, just was looking for clues that if we needed to report anything to authorities, somebody throwing something off an overpass, or, you know, some vigilantes out there on a Saturday night doing nothing in a rural town where we live, being delinquent, that we could report it correctly. And nothing like that happened. So I'm like, okay, no problem. We'll get together. Well, I'm thinking that this thing was a little itty bitty crack, right? Not what you're about to see. So I got my guy who you're gonna see putting the windshield in later, Steve, with Louisville Auto Glass, or Auto Glass Louisville, put a new windshield in, and then let's do this. Let me show you what the windshield looked like, and then I'll come back afterwards and share with you how this windshield cost me $22,000. All right, so one of the tasks that we're gonna do today is I put this on Facebook. We're gonna fix Miss Onion's windshield. So she was driving, was it Saturday night you were driving? Saturday night, something like Saturday night? Saturday evening. And she states, we're gonna maybe do a polygraph test and, you know,
okay, well, I wasn't even looking.
Bamboo shoots under your fingernail, something to that effect, to see if she's telling the truth or not. But she said she was driving and nobody was around. So
okay, I said
this,
four.
What'd you say?
I said four.
Four?
Sorry.
Oh, four. That this happened. This is pretty aggressive. Look at that. There's chunks of glass out there. But nice thing about safety auto glass is she didn't get hurt. Of course, you're over there. Yeah, her boyfriend was over there, so I guess it should have went through. All right, they've done a lot of work. So they got the windshield out. They got the new urethane in. All right, all put in right there. This is a truck they just bought from us. Nice Silverado. So the guys that I use here at the dealership is Auto Glass of Louisville. Absolutely the best people ever out there. I'll put their information in the description below. So if you ever need to get a hold of them, those are the people to call here in Louisville and the surrounding areas. They do a lot of stuff. They do a lot of semis. That's kind of like their main business. So they do a lot of dealership work here. We're exclusively at this dealership, at our Volkswagen, Subaru, commercial, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram store. They're the only people we use. So absolutely awesome job. And I called him yesterday, or texted him yesterday, Steve, and I said, hey, I need a new windshield. He asked me a few questions to get the correct windshield, and here he is the next day. So it only took me 2 days to get this completely done, and they have phenomenal pricing, probably better than most people out there. So my wife was here at the dealership, and because my daughter was here at the dealership, it's been a conversation of ours that her lease on her 2017 Chevy Cruze that you just saw the windshield getting replaced in was due up in about 2,500 miles. So as I said earlier, we live and die by the month. So one of the things that happens is incentives run out at the end of the month, and the Chevy Cruze has had some fantastic incentives for the month of April. And being the last day of the month, my daughter brought up, hey, can I see this vehicle out here on the lot? I said, yeah, sure, here's the keys. And then she wanted to drive the ZR1, and she wanted to drive the Bentley, and who else knows what else she wanted to do as an 18-year-old kid wants to see all the cars around here. So so we started thinking a little bit more, and I am setting 1 unit shy of a big bonus. And so I started looking at math, I started looking at the car pricing and stuff like that, and I walked into our owners and I said, hey, what can I buy this car for? And he gave me the price. And this was kind of a unique car because this car was actually out at the auto show here in Louisville back in February. So this car cannot be bought under normal employee program. So with that being said, I wouldn't just go in and just be able to do things on my own and see exactly what it cost. It was a matter of, okay, I gotta work my deal. Like I kind of teach you guys how to work deals of how not to get screwed over by a car dealer. I don't think I'm gonna get screwed over at my own dealership or anything like that. But I want to just be able to get a price from the owner of the company, so that way I know it's just fair and not a manager just trying to do anything goofy, which again, they can't with me here. So I got that done, talked to my wife real quickly, talked to my daughter, because really I want her to pay for this car, and then we said, hey, we'll buy it. So here I am, $22,000 on the last day of the month. And as I joke with my customers, see, I sell a lot, and this is where this title of this video comes from, is I have customers all the time in service, and they're like, I just came in for an oil change and now I'm buying a new truck. And I'm like, yep, you know what they call that? $45,000 oil change. So so that's my routine joke that I've had for a long time in the car business. So basically now I'm sitting in my general sales manager's office doing the paperwork, and Mr. Bachman walks in and congratulates me on the purchase, and I said, yeah, I wasn't doing this today. My daughter was in here getting a windshield replaced, and that's when it dawned on me to title this vehicle the windshield that cost me $22,000, or the $22,000 windshield, or whatever I'm going to title it. So I thought you'd be interested in that story, and kind of humorous to me. Hopefully it's humorous to you. So without further ado, let me show you this car that she bought. It's really similar to our old car, just a couple more options. It's a hatchback version rather than a sedan version, and then I'm going to show you exactly to the breakdown of what we paid for it, including what I talked about in the last video, the dealer dock fee. I paid the $299.50 that our dealership dock fee has.
Hey, she has another bite to eat.
Oh yeah?
Let her eat her bite.
All right, you ready? You ready?
For?
To get your car.
You bought a car?
I don't know. I bought a car.
You have money?
She's got daddy's
Boy,
money.
I'm broke.
I didn't think you had any money.
Good thing
for
you
that.
live at home. All right, let's go. Sign some paperwork.
Sign
No, we're
the
going to my
document.
desk. Wrong way. You're screwing this all up.
What? What is the difference between going down and going down?
All right, congratulations. You're an owner. So tradition here at the dealership is we have, oh, you want the key? Which key do you want? The Corvette? You want the Corvette key? Want the Corvette key? No. So tradition we have is you always get to drive your brand new car off the showroom floor, and as you can see, the last day of the month, we're a little busy, but this is something I'm shipping out to Washington State. So we're gonna move the ZR1 off the showroom floor and get her new car. Wait, where's your new car? We'll get it in here and we'll show it to you. All right, so not only does she get to drive off the showroom floor, as I move the ZR1 out, she gets to drive off the showroom floor as well. So it looks really similar to your current car, right? There's the current car. It's the one we literally just put the windshield in this morning. And then here is the new car. So what do we got different here, Onion?
The wheels.
The wheels are different. What else?
That's like the best thing.
The best thing, the black wheels?
RS.
RS model, yep. What else?
The hatchback.
Oh yeah, we got the
Not a
hatchback,
sedan.
right? Not a sedan. We got the Cruze hatchback.
I got a spoiler on it.
You do have a spoiler on it. Yeah, we got the spoiler up there.
Nice.
Really cool thing, huh? What else do you like about it?
Black bow ties.
Black bow ties.
Oh, dang, I did not see this. That's, ew.
Yeah.
I don't like back windshield wipers.
Oh, do you want to cancel the deal?
No.
You already signed the paperwork, so there's no canceling the deal.
Oh, yes, I love this thing on your car.
The weird things. Are we gonna put a Chevy Dude sticker in there?
Don't touch my gas tank.
All right, so what else do you like about it? Okay, here's what I like about it. So going from her current LT Cruze to this one, it's got a couple different packages on it. So
I got heated seats this time.
you do have heated seats this time. We got blind spot indicators. The interior, I'm not a big fan of the gray interior, but you said you're okay with it, right?
Yeah, I like it.
Okay, I'm not a fan of
Kind
it.
of like a blue gray.
It is kind of a bluish grayish car color, but one thing we did is we did the we're going to do the paint protection. We haven't got the paint protection on there yet, but we did the fabric protection. So when we dump some water on here, you'll see that it's just going to go straight down on the bottom. Doink! Look at that. Pretty bad when the salesperson didn't even put the customer's temp tag on, huh?
Oh.
You're done.
Well, that's screwed up.
You can't even put a temp tag on? Oh no, the holes. Kentucky's screwed up on the holes. The holes do not line up, so you just gotta poke through the paper.
Poke through the paper.
Yep.
Like,
It goes in like sideways.
oh, I gotta poke through the.
Oh, come on, rookie. Gosh. Do it like this. Look, I'm doing it one-handed. Like that, and then just start screwing it in.
Okay. So just kind of make it go
There
through
you
the
go.
paper.
So I do that with my hands. All right, I'm gonna go finish selling a car while you're doing my job. There you go. Drive safe. Yep. See ya. She asked. Good daughter right there. She asked if it was okay to continue leaving. So there you have it, onions all off to the car. So the next step of this transaction, because this transaction is not done yet, the next step is to do the lease turn-in process. So I'm actually terminating this lease early, which we're going to communicate, and actually somebody brought it up to me on Tuesday, which is amazing that somebody brought it up to me, of how to get out of a lease early. So I'm going to do a video on that because we're getting out of this lease 2,500 miles early, and then the lease isn't actually up until January of 2020. So I'm getting out of that lease early. I'm going to share with you how I did that, and then also the inspection process of what General Motors Finance looks for, as well as if the guy allows me to kind of record his interactions with the car during his inspection to report back to General Motors to see if there's any excess wear and tear on the car, which there isn't on this car. But regardless, I hope to bring that video to you next week. If there's anything I can do for you in the meantime, reach out to me at chevydude.com. I hope you guys have a fantastic weekend. Derby's this week. It's going to be an exciting weekend here in Derby. And then I'm going to also give away some cash this weekend too, and I'll be recording that for you guys next week as well. So again, as always, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a fantastic day and drive safely.